fascinating situation in Pittsburgh this summer. Steelers reporter Brooke Pryor joins us now. Brooke, I know we're still over 2 months away from the season kicking off, but where does this quarterback battle stand after seeing both of them up close in camp?
Well, Kevin, I'm going to put another $1 in the pole position jar, borrowing one of Mike Tomlin's favorite phrases to describe the situation. Russell Wilson is still in the pole position to be the Steelers' starting quarterback. He took most, if not all, of the first-team reps through OTAs and minicamp. Justin Fields still there right alongside him, working with the quarterbacks, doing all the things kind of that you would expect him to do with someone that was brought in to learn from a veteran like Russell Wilson. And Wilson isn't just in pole position on the field. In the locker room, he's also in a really good position. He has the locker that's in the back corner of the locker room, one that used to be occupied by Ben Roethlisberger, and Justin Fields is on the side. He has just one locker kind of sandwiched in between some wide receivers, some safeties. So when you just take a cursory glance around the locker room, that placement can tell you a lot about how the Steelers feel about the quarterback depth chart without, really saying it. They telegraphing there that Russell Wilson is indeed in that lead spot.
Excellent stuff there, Brooke. Thank you for taking us inside the locker room, because that's one of those small little things you kind of can overlook, and then you're like, oh, they're telling us something without really telling us with their verbal communication. Thank you so much. Now, Herm, as a coach, what's the hardest part about having a quarterback competition, a true competition in camp?
Well, obviously, reps, because players start looking at the reps, obviously, the starters, how many reps am I getting with the starting group and all that stuff, but it's beyond that. I think Justin Fields understands, look, I'm probably, I'm coming here to compete against Russell Wilson, but I'm going to learn a lot from Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson is going to be the starting quarterback. Make no mistake. And I think if you're Russell Wilson, you have a chance to resurrect your career, because now you're at a place where this offense matches your skill set. They're going to run the football like they used to do in Seattle, and they're going to play really good defense. This team won 5 division games last year, and quarterback play was bad. Justin Fields, to me, is like a quarterback they had there before when he was trying to learn how to play quarterback. Cordell Stewart, they called him Slash. They allowed him to play in situations, and I think that's what this thing is going to boil down to. The situations that Fields can play in, Russell Wilson kind of runs the team, and we see what happens.
Yeah, listen, Coach, I agree. I think, Russell Wilson obviously is in the pole position. But let's not forget here, football is played in pads, not in shorts. We get enamored with what's going on in the spring. Russell Wilson's, saying all the right things, and everyone's throwing, quarterbacks throwing on air. I'm waiting to see when the pads come on. When the real bullets are flying, then people will start separating themselves. It's great in the spring, but come training camp, it's a different story. So, listen, yes, Russell Wilson, with his plethora of experience, he's probably going to get the start nod, but make no mistake about it. He's going to have to continue to play at a high level to hold off Justin Fields and what Justin Fields brings to the equation, which is that rare athletic ability at the quarterback position.
Okay, so Woody, to your point here specifically, out the gate, they open up the season against the Falcons, and it sounds like both of you guys are saying, all right, Russell Wilson. How long of a leash, Woody, would you have Russell Wilson as the quarterback of this team? What do you need to see? 1 month, 2 months of success, or when do you think about, hey, it's time to move on?
Yeah, listen, we talk about, when we were breaking down the Steelers' schedule, it was the last 8 or 9 games. It's like a gauntlet, because all of their divisional opponents are on the back end of their schedule. So I think, listen, if you're Russell Wilson, you got to continue to play at a high level, because Justin Fields is not going to stand by and just let you just take this thing and not challenge you for a starting job. I think he's going to have to be on top of it for a long period of time.
And I think the Steelers or Russell Wilson has a lot of motivation after last year. Look at the way last year went in Denver. Look at the way the Broncos were willing to move on from him. Look at the way that the Bears were willing to move on from Justin
Yeah.
Fields. I think there's a sense of
do.
motivation
I wanna
in
give them the
both
record, the
these
Steelers in the
quarterbacks.
playoffs.
A
They haven't been in
chip
the playoffs
on their shoulder.
since
And again,
2017.
yeah, they have a chip on their shoulder. Arthur Smith's got a chip on their shoulder. Everybody right now is motivated in Pittsburgh, and not to mention this team.
Yeah, look, this team has a lot of pressure on it when you think about the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2017 was the last time, they actually were in the playoffs. They've had a drought. And the last time they were in the playoffs, they've been 0-4 the last 4 times they entered the playoffs. So we can talk about Russell Wilson all we want, but this is the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're kind of like the Lakers, right? And the Boston Celtics. They're used to winning. So Russell Wilson has a big mantle to carry. I mean, he knows I got to go there and win games, especially playoff games, because we haven't been very good.
And Woody brought it up. We talk about gauntlet of schedules. My goodness, just look at the final 2 months of what the Steelers are facing this upcoming season. If they can get out of that and make the postseason, it sounds like they've got a quarterback. Okay, we will see how that plays out.